Hi, this is Carrie Alana. Join me in the kitchen as we prepare Jamaican steamed fish with okra and crackers. Let's have a look. I got all of this produce from my friend Lawrence, who is a hobby gardener and he's also a hobby fisherman. So I got 1.5 kilo worth of grouper plus all the okra. You see June plums or golden apples. I got a star apple as well. It wasn't a star apple, it was a custard apple, or you can call that a sweet sap from Jamaica. So here's my mise en place. You have sweet pepper. You've got scotch bonnet or habaneros, tomato, that's garlic, the okra, and thyme and scallions. So I'm putting things together now in the pot, assembling the different pieces. They've been cut up small, and I'm putting the head as well because this is going to make such a very lovely rich sauce. I'm cutting off the stem of the okra, and it's very, 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 very tender, even though it's big. Usually okra this size will be tough, but these okra, I don't know, he says it's a Cuban variety, so it's really, really large and extremely soft. So you end up getting much more out of one okra. Really delicious, and my favorite okra so far. So I'm putting lots of okra. You put as much as you want and cut them however you want. I felt like cutting them like this, and so I'm just assembling this dish. And I'm going to create a recipe on the blog as well, chefandsteward.com. But it's really great just to learn how to cook through taste. So this is what we're doing here. Now I'm cutting up 2 stalks of scallions or spring onions, green onions, whatever you will call it. And now I'm cutting my tomato. I'm using 1 Roma tomato, and I'm putting a medium dice to that and adding all of it. Now I am cutting up perhaps about 1/4 of a medium size sweet pepper, or half a small sweet pepper or capsicum. I've also cut 2 different hot peppers. In this case, I'm using ahi peppers, or you could also use scotch bonnet. Use the taste. I find that this dish does very well when it's hot. Otherwise, it has to be hot. It has to be very spicy. Otherwise, it's too fishy. And I put a lot of thyme and a lot of garlic. I'm using a thin slice on the garlic because it's pretty fine to be able to just bite into a chunk of garlic every now and then. So I'm just putting a thin slice as opposed to a fine dice on garlic that would make it, just mash out into the sauce. This is my all-purpose seasoning. I use Maggi quite a bit, and this is the all-purpose variety, one of my absolute favorites. You can add whatever else. You can add your Ajinomoto, your enhancers, whatever seasonings that you like, your all-purpose seasoning. This is my Chef and Steward finishing salt. If I tell you what's in it, I'll have to kill you. But literally, it's available for sale, but not yet internationally. You have to come here and get it. And this is ground allspice. You can get it. I'll give you the links for this. You can get it from Hind Spice, which is sourced from Jamaica. The best allspice is from Jamaica. So there you go. Allspice is native to Jamaica. And I'm using quite a bit of butter. I've added butter before and I'm adding butter again. So this is about 3 tablespoons of butter. Butter makes everything better, I believe. And this is it. How pretty is that? Putting it on the stove. Now it's come up to a bubble. And I'm going to add my water crackers. It's really strange. By the way, I did put a really large okra on top just because I felt like it. And it's there because I felt like seeing what it felt like if I cooked it whole. So now I'm just adding lots of crackers onto the top. This is a very weird dish, I know. But what's gonna happen is that the crackers are gonna soak up all of that buttery sauce, which is so rich. It's almost like a soupy kind of consistency. Like a soup broth. And now I'm just going to use my wooden spoon to baste the crackers. And I do this quite a few times because I do want the sauce to permeate those crackers so that the crackers get really tender. I've added about a cup of water as well when I put it on the stove. I forgot to tell you that much. So that's also included. Adding more crackers because I felt like I'm gonna want more. And again, you want this dish to be very spicy, so add as much pepper as you can tolerate. And I cook a lot in stainless steel pans. It's okay to cook in stainless steel pans. It won't stick if you know what you're doing. And there you have the Excelsior water crackers on standby, just in case. And I've loaded up the pot, and it's pretty much almost ready. So it's bubbling. The okra is still bright color, which is really very nice. We don't want okra that look brown. Again, just one last baste to have everything soaking through. And this is why you need to have a lot of sauce, because you want to be able to have enough for the crackers to completely absorb and then still have some sauce to eat with the dish. It's the kind of thing where you are lost between whether or not you should eat it with a spoon or a fork or both, because it's so saucy and delicious. And I put it on to steam again because it's steaming in the process. Crackers steaming on top as well. And now you can see the difference in the consistency of the crackers all the way to now. It's really very saturated, and this is when it's absolutely perfect for me. And I'm gonna take this off the stove. Again, the okra is still very bright in color, so you can see that it has not been cooking for a tremendously long time. And that's also why you cut the fish in small pieces. Even the head was cut longitudinally and latitudinally. And this is the finished dish. How good does that look? For the recipe and ingredients, just open the description box below. And remember to subscribe and turn your notifications on. In the comments below, let me know what recipes you want me to work on next.